moment which everyone here is hopelessly waiting for and gladly accepting now. The day where hundreds of students began to enter the world of reality, not as a child anymore, but as one of the nation's drivers towards a bright future. Ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan, said Dr. Serta. Truly it must be, and everyone will surely agree. Just recently, something caught my interest in mind. What must a youth possess that made him to be such a hope of the good country? Ano ba ang kakayahan natin bilang mga kabataan para maiabot ang ating bansa mula sa kahirapan? Well, I'm glad to say to everyone that I pondered the answer last night. We, young people, have more freedom than the others have. At this stage, we learn the good and bad sides of life. Whether we choose to indulge in the vice or not, study our lessons or not, we also discover things from our mistakes. We cannot escape learning. However, along the way, there are challenges which may must face positively, spurring. And since the learning is a lifelong process, everyone must have this burning desire to persevere, to always find the excellence in each one of us, not for any competition or what, but for the development of our very own. The capacity to learn is the gift to possess, the great armor and weapons we are putting in our palms at this very moment. Our abilities which lies are passing on, not just our parents, teachers, classmates, but every Filipino. Kung walang knowledge, walang power, Mr. Ernie once said. Knowledge could be directly compared to power, and now I quote, with great power comes great responsibility. Ben Parker from the movie entitled Spider-Man. And now I can say, with much knowledge comes much responsibility. Right, isn't it? Imparting the wisdom we have learned, the responsibility is proportionally given to us. As youth of today, we have roles to play for the good of our country. Among these never-ending roles, I would like to mention the duty of being the next frontliners of this nation. We must study hard today, for tomorrow will be on us. Upon the power we achieve from studying and learning, we will succeed the elders to continue progress and innovation. I heard the voice from a teenager telling about computers competing in international robotic events, making her way to get technology innovator someday. I saw a leader rigid organizing his officers, building his foundation to be a future leader of our nation. I have been to a library crowded by students, constructing their own roads to be an architect, engineers, lawyers, doctors, accountants, nurses, and teachers one day. I smiled with great admiration. Then I remembered the life of Sir Francis Bacon. Some are to be swallowed, some are to be tasted, and some few are to be chewed and digested. early and insist education to work in our homeland and help our economy bloom once more. Then that is what we call nation building. Once we apply the knowledge we have from school, once we think to what is good, once we avoid to what is evil, then yes, we can build a Philippines worth living for. A country where citizens, where everyone will be given a chance to live a life far from poverty. Only then we can spell together Philippines as S-U-C-C-E-S-S, success, and better recalled as what? As Filipinos, taking off, lifting lives sunk by poverty. We learned much today, and my challenge is that let us be all employed as qualitative and competitive workers of tomorrow. Learning does not end within the four corners of our classroom, but can be vastly compared to the universe. We should not look at our grades, because medals gather dust, applauses to fade, but motivation for learning from a determined mind never dies. However, continuously honed, sharpened by our faith desires. And my sincerest and heartfelt gratitude to the teachers who never stopped teaching, guiding, and correcting us from our mistakes. To my parents, which is my proof of love and affection in this world. To my mother, father, sister, and aunt, I love you. To my friends, to my blessed me, to the broken sleepovers, PNE, and to all of Mercedes. She'll be my strength for the rest of my stay in DHS. And most important, to someone who always inspires me. To someone whom I will never stop showing my love. To my Creator. Thank you for all the blessings in my life. Guide us, O Lord, as we commit ourselves to another mission starting today. May each one of us reach his own destination. And then, as I end up this speech of mine, again, I would like to go to life. This time from Dr. Octavius, a character also from the movie Spider-Man. Intelligence is not a privilege. It is a gift to be used for the good of mankind. Nonetheless, I want all of you to remember and act on this way. Everyone has the privilege to be intelligent. With the gift of learning we have, all together we can establish mankind. Mankind will be printed in our hearts. Believe me, it is not too late to start from here. We can still be hopes of our fatherland. We can still give birth without premise into reality. Preparation is enough. We must face our destiny now. After all these things were already written and over. And now that the moments are up, I must say good luck, everyone, for the next chapters of your life. Or better, be blessed by God for the rest of your life. I thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. All the teachers and the Police family congratulate you. we wish you and your